Hi, this is Firestarter, and this is a review of the Play Arts Kai Metal Gear Rising Revengence Raiden. And I will not tell you more about the box, and let's go straight to the review. So, everybody, say Revengeance.
Revengeance.
One of the most exciting Play Arts Kai release, Raiden, a man with a mission. Half man, half machine. Raiden is one of the most detailed figures with some remnants of Cyborg Ninja and Solita Snake, but with a lot of exposed muscle that has been replaced by organic like neurocables. Paint application has never been this astonishing in a Play Arts Kai line, starting with a dark shade coupled with an orange and gray tone of the cables. No detail has left unturned as warning labels placed on the figure's armor. He is inclusive with a pair of nicely detailed hands that are easy to replace. Next is a replaceable slightly opaque mask that can be pegged just on the forehead to exchange with his translucent bangs. Though an ingenious move, the visor doesn't really lock that well, but not as loose as you thought it could be. Weapons include 3 knives, matched with a simple holster attachment. Each of these knives slide perfectly in the pockets. The biggest highlights among the weapons are the big scabbard that is pegged on either side of the thighs. It has 2 segmented arms to secure 2 more weapons, the high-frequency blade and a dagger placed on separate compartments. The high-frequency blade is molded from a soft plastic material. Though bendable, I suggest not to get too excited as this might be susceptible to uneven warp. One awesome thing about Raiden, apart from insanely sword abilities and ridiculous airtime, is the ability to wield the sword using his feet, and this is also included in the set. These weird looking feet attachments have a curved heel to place on the blade in between. With this, it is difficult to raise the figure on one leg, that's why Square Enix also added a stage. And this stage needs some assembly required. And let's check out the articulation points for this figure. We have a nice head articulation right there, and then shoulder points. I thought this was a flipping shoulder pad, but it's already been molded on the shoulder. You have an upper bicep cut here and a single jointed elbow, ratchety joints here on the wrists, upper torso, and then we have a waist articulation too. So these cables here can be detached, so there's no worry when you move the figure from side to side using his waist, and so as at the back. So you can even take these one out, but I always wanted to plug these back to make it more lifelike. And then we have ratchet joints also on the hips. And then the arms, I forgot to mention, you can move this towards the front. This chest piece here, let me shine it more. It moves too together with the elbows or the arms. So that's a nice feature also on the figure. And then we have double jointed knees, sort of a upper hip swivel, and then these ratchet joints here. The good thing about these feet is that they're huge enough to make him more stable when you plant this one on the floor. And as you can see here, I just put him down and he stands very well. With that, the articulation points is really astounding on this figure. That's why you can do a lot of things with this. So I suggest you check out the photos on how I managed to work around the figure and give you a bigger picture on how flexible this figure is. One of the key highlights of this figure is not only the extremities, but also the face sculpt. In my point of view, this is really spot on, especially the muscle tone that went through the figure and was replaced by cables and such to match with the rendering on the game itself. And that's all you need to know about Raiden. As a total package, the Play Arts Kai Revengeance Hero Raiden is a very great addition to the franchise. The biggest takeaway is the sculpting, and the accessories are enough to keep your sword slashing experience afloat. There are just a few minor inconsistencies, such as the pegs are placed on the hips. On rendered images, it should be higher. Another nitpick is the scabbard because it doesn't hold well when lifted and placed on Raiden's back. And that's it. The rest is for you to enjoy. And that is my review of the Play Arts Kai Metal Gear Rising Revengence. If you want to know the post-release first figure, check out the photos at the end of the video, and my written review you can check out from the link on the description page. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on my next review.